Today I will show you how you can create custom attribute and apply it to any list in your project. If you want to help support this channel, hit the subscribe button below this video, turn on notification so you will not miss any future content I release. So as you can see on the screen, I have created new project. This is the sample Unity scene and this is the template project, the microgame 2D. So just to have something on the screen. So the main point of this video is to show you how you can create the custom attribute and customize the displacement of your list. In order to do that, we will need to create 3 scripts and editor folder. So I will go to the scripts folder, then right click create folder. I will call it editor. Okay, make sure you call it the same. And I will create another folder, so create folder, and I will call it custom list. Okay, let's get into the custom list folder. Right click create C# script, and the first script we want to create is custom list. Custom list. Let's add another script, so right click create C# script. Let's call it custom list test, just to test our implementation. And now let's go back and go to the editor folder and right click create C# script, and I will call it custom list drawer. Let's open the custom list drawer. Once you add the custom list drawer inside your editor folder, another project, the editor project, will be created, where you will see all of the scripts from the editor. So here is the custom list drawer, and let's find our scripts custom list, and now let's open our custom list class. So our custom list class will be the name of the attribute which we will be able to add to any of the list. So first of all, let's remove this mono behavior, and we want to inherit from the property attribute. Property attribute, okay? And now I will just remove the start and the update function. And this is going to be very simple class. Let's add just the constructor, so public custom list, and this constructor will not take any parameters. Okay, so that's it for now. You can expand this class later as you see fit, but let's save everything for now. Now let's open the custom list test, and inside the script I will remove the comment, and first of all let's actually create some lists. So public int public list of int test list will be equal to new the list of int, and let's add the, and let's leave it like that. And let's create another list, public list of string test list string will be equal to new list of strings. So if you save everything now, and if you go to the Unity, and then inside the scene, I will just right click create empty, and this is gonna be our test object, and I will just get the custom list test script and attach to the game object. As you see, our test list and then test list string. Let's add some elements. Looks like that. So this is the standard implementation. You can see the standard UI for the list. So we want to change this UI if we apply our custom attribute. So let's get back to our scripts. Let's go to the custom list test script, and then we have created our custom list. So now, because we have inherited from the property attribute, we can go and we can add the attribute for our list. So custom list, and let's put the braces. So as you see, we have applied our attribute to this list. So if you save project now, go back to Unity, let it compile, go to the game object, as you see, nothing has changed. Everything stays the same. This is because we haven't provided the new implementation for the editor. So let's change that. So I will go to the scripts and then editor folder, and then let's open the custom list drawer. So right at the top, let's first of all add using statement, using Unity editor. Okay, and then let's add attribute custom list custom property drawer, and we want to add the drawer for the type of our custom list. Okay, and now we want to inherit, instead of mono behavior, we want to put the property drawer. Okay, let's remove the start and then update function. And then let's overwrite the onGUI method. So if you go to the property drawer and let's search for onGUI, as you see, we have the virtual onGUI function. So let's copy this implementation. Let's close it and let's add it to our script. And instead of the virtual, let's change this one to the override. Inside this function, we're going to provide the new UI for our list based on the type of the element the list holds. Okay, let's add another function. So we want to also override the get property height. So I will just go again, Control F, get property height. So this is the function we want to get. As you see, this function is virtual as well. So I will just copy it. And then let's change this one to the override. Okay, and then let's return the editor GUI dot get property height, and then we want to pass the property. Okay, so not much change for now, but now if you will save everything and go back to Unity again, you will see our class will not draw anything on the screen. So if you go here, as you see, our test list does not have any fields because we have override the editor for it. So any list you apply the attribute will not draw anything at the moment. Okay, let's add some custom implementation for the UI. So let's go to the custom list drawer, and then inside our onGUI method, let's first of all add editor GUI dot begin property. Let's pass the position, then label, and then property. Okay, so exactly what we're passing to the function. And then once we begin the property, we need to end the property. So editor GUI dot end property. Make sure you call those two. And then we want to check what type of the parameter our list holds. So if you go to the custom list test, as you see, the current list where we applying our attribute holds the integer parameter. So let's draw something for the integer parameters. Editor GUI dot property fields, and then let's create new rectangle, position dot x, position position.y, position.width, and then editor GUI utility dot single line height. Okay, so this is our rectangle. Then let's pass the property, and then the last parameter will be the GUI content, so GUI content.none. Okay, so if you save your class now, let's go back to the Unity and let's see what's changed. So let's select the game object. As you see, we have the list of the element of the integer elements, and the size of this element is the whole screen, the whole inspector window. So we already override the standard behavior because you can see the list below. This is the standard way of displaying the elements. So let's go back to the custom list drawer, and then let's do something different for the string. So for the string, I want to be able to add some text, like let's say two or three lines of text, and then I want to have the button next to each element to actually clear the string from the certain element. So let's quickly do that. So custom list drawer, and then inside our onGUI function, let's first of all check what type of the parameter our list holds. So I want to put the if statement, and then let's add the property dot property type. So if the property type is equal to serialized property dot string, we want to create the property dot string value will be equal to editor GUI dot text area. Okay, and now we need to create a new rectangle, and then let's add the position. So position dot x, position dot y. We want to have the size of our button next to each element to be the width of 50. So I'm gonna put it for our text area, position dot width minus the size of the button, so 50. And then let's say we want to create 3 lines of the text area. So editor utility dot single line height times 3. So this is the number of the lines, and then of course we want to put the property dot string value. Okay, and then let's create the button. So we want to create the clear button. So if GUI dot button, and then let's create a new rectangle, and then for this rectangle you will want to do the same. So position dot x, okay, plus, and then we want to shift our position by the position width minus the button size. So position dot width minus 50, because this is the size of the button. So next, position dot y, then the width of our button, which will be 50, and then editor utility dot single line height times 3, because we have a 3 line, and we want a button to be exactly the same as our text area. Okay, and now let's actually add the text. So I want to create a button with the text clear. Okay, and then so the button is under the F statement. So if we press the button, we want to clear our string. So I will just put the property dot string value will be equal to string dot empty. Okay, so if our property type is the type of string, we want to create the text area and a button next to it, and be able to clear whatever is in our editor. Okay, so otherwise we want to draw the standard fields. Okay, so this is the whole implementation, and then of course we need to add two more things right at the end. So we want to call the property.serialized object.apply modified property in order to update our data. Okay, and that's it. And then let's quickly modify the getPropertyHeight function as well, because if you don't, the GUI will overlap each other. So inside the getPropertyHeight, I will add if statement. So if the property type is equal to serialized property type.string, we want to return the editor GUI.getPropertyHeight property plus editor GUI utility.singleLineHeight times 2. Okay, so we want to make a bit more space if this is the string. If it's not, we're going to return the standard height. Okay, let's save everything now, and let's go back to Unity. Okay, let's go to the object. As you see, nothing has changed. This is because we haven't applied our attribute to this list. So let's quickly go to our custom list and then custom list test. And as you see, we have applied this custom list attribute to our list with the integers. Let's do the same for our list with the strings. Custom list. Okay, so that's it, what you have to do to actually draw custom UI for the list. Let's save everything, go back to Unity, select the game object, and as you see, our list of strings looks much different now. You can input the text to the text area. So this is the multi-line text. Everything will be saved. So if you go back, you see we still have the same text. And then you can press this clear button to actually clear everything from the certain field. So this is the small example how you can customize your list and then create the custom attribute. So once you've done the implementation for your list, you can apply the attribute to any list in your game to have the custom UI displayed. I hope this tutorial was useful. Do let me know in the comments below this video what do you think about this. And of course, if you wanna, you can provide different UI for different type of the elements. So if you go back to the editor UI, as you see, the custom list drawer currently checking for the type of the property. So we overwriting just the string type, but there are many different types. So if you go F12 to this property type, you will see we have more types: integer, boolean, float. So you can overwrite any of this type to create custom UI. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.